good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. Look, I wanted to come down here again. First of all, before I get started, I wanted to say thank you all for all the kind words in the comments with my last video. I do a lot of overthinking. And so that's where my head be at about stuff. And I really appreciate all the kind words that you guys gave me in the chat. I really do. And it really helps me. It does. I'm not gonna lie. It really does help me. I feel like I'm an empath. And so sometimes when I see negative stuff or whatever, it affects me. And when I see happy comments and posts like that or whatever, it really boosts me up, which is why which I tell myself, and I was just telling somebody the other day, I gotta stop listening to R&B music because listen, I'll be listening to R&B music or whatever, and I'll be thinking I'm going through a divorce or going through a breakup or nothing, and I'm over here single as can be, okay? But I wanted to come down here because I saw a lot of comments in my last video that said that Funky Dineva did not apologize to Claudia.
You a motherfucking liar. You knew that?
And I watched the video again today when I was at the gym, and I was like, oh my God, you're right. He did not apologize. There was no apology, okay? Now, to me, Funky was apologetic, and it almost seemed like he was giving Claudia her flowers. But you guys are right. There was not an actual I'm sorry or I apologize given from Funky, given to Claudia from Funky. It wasn't, and I understand, some people need to hear the actual I'm sorry or I apologize for it to be accepted. But on the opposite end of that, some people will definitely hold on to the I did not apologize, or I didn't say I was sorry to that whole, or they give that, the whole housewife apology. That if you feel that I did this, or if you feel that I did that, it's an apology, but non-apology. But Funky does strike me as the type of person who will go and tell somebody, yeah, I never said I'm sorry. I never said I apologize. Funky, and I love I love the doll, but I'm just being honest. The doll be lying, right? The doll be lying because I remember specifically when the doll had came for Haley, was it Haley or which one? Chloe. When he came for Chloe, I remember the doll had to come back and eat those words and apologize. And I remember seeing it was either on, it had to be either in the comments or it was on Instagram. Somebody asked him, did the head honchos over there at Foxsoul tell him to apologize to Chloe? And he said, if they did, I wouldn't be there no more. But we later found out that after he had left Foxsoul, when Tasha K really told what was going on and he had to apologize, he came back and he didn't say that Foxsoul, the people didn't tell him that he needed to apologize. All he said was that was supposed to be something off the record between me and you. Now, I also want to clarify some of the things that I had said yesterday. When I said that I didn't watch Foxsoul, and I didn't watch Foxsoul because it wasn't lightning in the bottle. Okay? Words mean things. Okay? Lightning in the bottle, what I consider lightning in the bottle was the Queen's Court with T.S. Madison and Kaya. That was lightning in the bottle. The Breakfast Club around 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, that was lightning in the bottle. Right? Foxsoul wasn't lightning in the bottle. Today, yesterday, or tomorrow, it was never lightning in the bottle. It was never lightning in the bottle. We got to get that clear. Again, I feel like Funky Dineva by himself was lightning in the bottle at some point. But him teaming up with Claudia and Al, that just wasn't lightning in the bottle to me.
I must be watching a different show.
It wasn't. And I'm just being honest. Also, there was nothing wrong, and I want to be clear when I say this, there was nothing wrong with Funky betting on himself. And I remember people was I remember when he had said it at the time, everybody, and I like Funky, but you could say something and everybody feel like if you say something or give any type of criticism or just say anything that wasn't in 100% support of a person or anything that could be deemed negative about somebody, they think that you don't like them or you hate them. There was nothing wrong with Funky betting on himself, but Funky said that he was making either 200 or 250K for 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. Okay, They never even asked Funky, in Funky's own words, he was never even asked to stop doing his own YouTube videos. And all I'm saying is that he could have continued to make that 200 to 250K. I want to say it was 250K. I could be wrong. It probably was 200, and he tried to get 250K. Either or, he was getting paid some six figures. Shout out to Sheree. He was getting paid some six figures a year for 1 hour of day of work. And so he still could have dedicated the other 23 hours to betting on himself. Okay? Now, it would be different. Y'all act like, or Funky act like he was asking or being asked to work 8 to 10 hours a day. And he needed to stop working those 8 to 10 hours a day to bet on himself. Nigga, they was only asking you to work for 1 hour a day.
You stupid, girl.
And you wasn't really working that hard because you had two other people that was there with you that you could bounce your ideas off of. You know, and I think that now Funky realizes the mistake that he made, and now he wants to backtrack. And which brings me to what he was saying about Armand. It was immature. It was immature. You was thinking emotionally, and you didn't really think about what you was doing. Anybody would have put you wasn't. All you have to do is stay professional. You can't make me believe that you was going through so much up there at Foxsoul from the comfort of your home that you walked away from $200,000 to $250,000 a year for 1 hour a day. Nobody could make me believe that. And that is the whole thing that I was saying with Armand. I feel like with the older gays, I feel like they feel that they're not really respected in society. So when they see the younger girls, you know, when they see the younger gays coming up, they're always like pointing fingers and trying to son or daughter. They always like trying to son us or daughter us, or you know, always have some type of criticism or always have something to say as if because they need somebody to look up to them, or they want somebody to hold them as a deity or as a level of something to aspire to. I feel like that Funky is immature himself, and he really has some stuff to work on because you walked away from that money, right? Again, there was not anything that was going on over there that was so bad that you walked away from that type of money. He also spoke out against Armand when he did the interview with Carlos King. And he had to come back and apologize because he had overspoke because he really didn't know. What he said was that Armand didn't know what was going on around there to have that opinion, but you don't know what Armand knew. You was too busy trying to son him and daughter him and make sure that he was, or let it be known that he was underneath you. And then when you had a conversation with him, you had to apologize because you really didn't know what was going on over there with Armand.
Don't backpedal now.
No, what I said now.
You was already gone, but you was still trying to run stuff or be the Beyonce of the group. After you left, you still wanted to be able to run stuff. You were speaking out of turn, and that was wrong. You did apologize, though. You're doing a lot of apologies. Well, except for Claudia, you didn't apologize to Claudia. My thing is when Claudia got the mic, since she got on the mic, Claudia got on the mic, and Claudia said that she was beefing with someone else.
Girl, please stop talking. Please stop talking right now.
And I'm thinking that person that she was beefing with was Al. That, she was beefing with somebody else and they had nothing to do with Funky, but it is still a work environment. Now, if they get back together, are we still going to call this TGIF? If Claudia and Funky get together, do y'all think that Al is going to be invited in it? The public is fickle. We want to see not we, but if it's still going to be called TGIF, everybody want the same three. But I guess that doesn't really work because when Funky left the group and they bought Armand in, it was still called TGIF. So I don't know. We don't know. They probably have to come up with a new name. But I don't think that Al is probably going to join them. I do hope that they get together if they're happy together. I just think in the future, if you're going to work with someone, I think that it should be kept professional, especially on a public platform like Foxsoul or YouTube. It needs to be kept professional because a lot of times when I say that, I mean like these birthday roasts, all of that shit got to go. Because a lot of times you can say stuff and it can hurt a person's feelings and they not let you know, but their actions towards you will show you that you actually hurt their feelings and they holding on to it. Because if you did something to me, bitch, I'm holding on to it. If you said it as a joke, It wasn't a joke. Because you know, I don't believe it was a joke. If you ever said something to me like that, you know what I'm saying? And I got my good eye on you. I'm gonna have my good eye on you, and I'm watching you. Those birthday roasts and stuff was nasty. It's not fun. Y'all taking these digs at each other. I just don't think it's a good look. I don't think it's a good look because people feelings and stuff ended up getting hurt. Just like those jokes that Funky continued to make about Al taking Star money or over there trying to take Star money. Funky said it too many times for it to be a joke. You really felt that way. You really felt that way. But Star knew what that was when she seen it.
That's sis. That's sis.
Star knew that man was. It was real. Star knew what that was when she got with it. She knew. Star knew what that was, and Terry McMillan knew what that was when they got with it.
DL.
I thought it was my time. They thought it was their time. They didn't really give a damn, really. I'm pretty sure all their friends and stuff knew what it was. I don't know. I just think it's a birthday roast and stuff like that. It's real nice, nasty, and it should be. We got to stop doing stuff like that or whatever because it's not funny and people feelings and stuff ended up getting hurt and it lingers over. It's just not professional. Just keep it professional. You know, roast and gag the people that y'all talking about or when y'all do it in hot topics. There's no need for y'all to do it towards each other.
Learn something from this.
Because it's already working with people is gonna sometimes y'all gonna get on each other's nerves or whatever. That is expected. But with the birthday roast or whatever and being nice nasty, it just doesn't work. You know? But y'all, that's all I got for right now. I'm about to get in here and make some chicken breast and I will see y'all later. Y'all, please do me a favor and like the video and subscribe. You know, I don't usually ask y'all to do that, but I'm trying to get this channel back up. And I don't really say, you know, like the video or subscribe because I feel like it's begging. You know, I grew up with people saying, you know, begging make people hate you. And I don't want to feel like I'm begging. But please, y'all, like the video and subscribe. Thank y'all so much for clicking on the video, y'all. I appreciate the love and support, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.